The following program was created by students enrolled in the Youth Media Network at DCTV. For more information, visit dctv.org.
Welcome to So Others Might Eat, an organization dedicated to serving all of the needs of the less fortunate. So Others Might Eat is a nonprofit that offers job training, counseling, and many more. Let's take a closer look into this wonderful organization and the part it plays in the DC community. Many organizations dedicate themselves to one specific problem that the less fortunate face. It's not only a shelter they need, it's a home.
So SUM has a continuum of services that are all focused on the same thing, which is ending homelessness and poverty for district residents with dignity and respect, one person at a time.
We provide immediate services for people in need who are poor and hungry and homeless in Washington, D.C. But in addition to emergency services, we also provide medical, mental health, dental, addiction, housing, legal, and social services. Our resources are allocated through our budgeting and finance department. What they do is they meet with each department at the beginning of the year to assess what the needs will be.
So it starts with each individual program identifying what the needs are for their particular clients or consumers. From that, it then is putting that together for each individual program. So for example, the Center for Employment Training, we look at what do we need to be able to provide the services, the training in the way that we do.
And then from there, you take it back to your individual programs and you work within your set of staff, your communities, and the volunteers and companies that support SUM to make sure everybody has what they need for that financial year. For me, I think the most important thing when you're working in social services, especially with the population we serve, is setting very healthy boundaries. And a lot of times, you got to find where you turn that part of your life off when you leave and resume your own life, because if you don't have healthy boundaries, we don't ever have enough resources to meet all the needs of people who are in need, and you can put yourself in a very unhealthy emotional state.
I think the most important thing is to look at others who have gone before and see what they have done. So looking at best practices, going to other organizations that you respect and you think do good work, and studying and researching and finding out what it is that they do well and what it is you would like to replicate of that and what it is you would not like to replicate. So I've seen so many people who have come through and literally were living on the street and have gone through the entire continuum of services and now are owning their own car or owning their own business. It's not what SUM does, it's what we provide for others so they can do for themselves.
When I'm coming from church or if I'm driving down the street and I look up at a red light and there's a person in the car next to me with a smile and a glow on their face, and I'm trying to recognize, and then I make the connection and to see the after. And those are the stories that stick with me when I see the faces outside of SUM and make the connection. That's the happy ending for me.
So we have a wonderful future plans for expanding the organization that is underway right now. We are building the Conway Center. And the Conway Center is going to be a building that is one of the first of the kind in the district.
The complex is going to house not only our career center for employment training, it's also going to house about 200 units of affordable housing. They're going to put our administrative offices over there. There's even talk of us connecting with Unity Health Clinic to put a healthcare facility actually in the lobby. And it marks something very important, moving social services to another part of the city. We can reach more people who might not have access to this part of town. So we're excited about that expansion, and it's going to be opening in the fall of 2017, so it's not too far away.
So it's not just lip service. We are definitely putting our our money where our mouth is and letting some of our folks really have an opportunity to change the course of their lives.
We appreciate any help and any support, and most importantly, if you just come down and do the tour. It would be a great opportunity for you to learn about SUM, to learn more about the poor population in Washington, D.C., and I think you would be surprised.
Look at the depth and the breadth of services that SUM provides and see if there's a way that they can contribute their own through themselves to the organization and the work.
So Others Might Eat is not just an ordinary homeless shelter. It's a home away from home that offers its time, energy, and resources to those who need it. I'm Zabria Peters, and you've just been buzzed.